Hey, this is Mike with Riding in the Ozarks, and we have just finished our very first Harley Owners Group rally, HOG Rally, here at the Mid-America HOG Rally. And I have 7 things you need to know if you've never been to a HOG Rally. Now, I'm no expert. This was my first HOG Rally, but I did talk to organizers and other attendees to find out if most of the HOG Rallies were similar to this one or if they varied in format and things like that. So I think I have a pretty good idea of what you should expect when you attend your first HOG Rally if you've never been to one. 1, they all have a very similar format, and it is focused about riding, putting miles on, and fellowship with other HOG members. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I thought it was really cool that they all came and they put miles on and they rode the Ozarks at the Mid-America HOG Rally. But it's not like a Sturgis Rally. It's not like a Daytona Beach Rally. There's not 10 things going on at once to choose from. The days are really focused on riding activities. 2, so they start out with a registration, and you'll get a packet that has a book and it has welcome information, has patches and pins and things you get from signing up for these events. And that welcome packet's kind of really important about how you figure out what you're doing. Most of the information I saw before the rally was through a Facebook page for the rally. So plan on getting there and having time to go through the welcome package and get oriented with the activities and the things that are going on and figuring out what you want to do while you're there for the HOG Rally. 3, guided rides. Now this was kind of a big deal. I mean, I didn't really know how big a deal it was, but they had 10, 12 guided rides a day going to different destinations in different areas. These rides were planned. They had leaders and sweeps, and they had lunch stops and gas breaks all planned out, very well organized. And the point was to show you magnificent roads or attractions like Tonka Castle or Peel's Ferry, things like that. So it was really cool. And if you're not comfortable going to a new area and spending 2 or 3 days, or if you want to go and have someone show you all the best rides or attractions without having to find them on your own, this is a great opportunity to do that. Now 4 were the self-guided rides. So they had routes and things that you could go do, things like that you would just ride on your own. So if you're not into riding in a big group, or you don't have other friends, maybe you're new in the HOG chapter and you don't know everybody, and you don't want to just jump in and ride with everybody else and you want to kind of do your own thing, there's a way to do that. They have self-guided rides where they give you a route and things to go see and do, and you can choose to kind of still do your own thing while doing something that is kind of planned for you to help you get the most out of your experience. 5, other riding activities. They had a bingo game. They had a scavenger hunt. The HD app that Harley-Davidson has had a challenge in it where they had different places you could go and check in and get points on that. So there's lots of other kinds of riding activities you can do that are not necessarily just the guided ride or the self-guided ride. And of course, you could always just plan your own days and do what you want. No, you're not required to do any of these things. They're just trying to provide you with opportunities and help you discover things in the area that are of interest or that will make your trip more memorable of an experience. 6, so most HOG chapters are sponsored by a dealership. So these are usually going to take place somewhere where there is a dealership. That's my understanding. So there will be dealership activities also. This dealership had vendors. They had a stunt show. They had special things going on at the dealership, like a guided ride with some guy from YouTube. Things like that were planned as a dealership activity. So that kind of brings us to 7, the fellowship aspect. So that's what opening ceremonies was about. There was a dinner at a convention center. They had a band. And I saw people who remembered each other from this rally or that rally sitting and visiting and talking. And that fellowship aspect that you see in other rallies, like, oh, I go camp at this campground because all my buddies, I've become friends with camp there. And we've been camping at this campground for 20 years. Well, I see a little bit of that in this HOG Rally. Oh, I saw you at the Chippewa event. I saw you at this event. How you guys been? And that reconnection with people that you see at these events. So the fellowship was really what I saw of it took place at the opening ceremonies, at bike night at the dealership, while the stunt shows were going on. You saw people getting together and gathering in little groups and checking in on each other and seeing how they've been and things like that. And then the closing ceremony. So those are the 7 things that I really observed in a hog rally that I think you can expect to see if you go to a hog rally for the first time. And that's kind of really what this video is geared toward. Obviously, there may be some people who see this, and if you have a whole different perspective on it, please share it in the comments. I'm just sharing what I observed at my first hog rally and what I understand is kind of the typical format for a hog rally. Hey guys, I want to take a second and thank Renegade Harley-Davidson in Springfield, Missouri for making us a part of this event. So we did have a guided ride planned there and a meet and greet at the dealership and stuff. And they really made us feel like we were part of the event. And we are HOG members since I bought a new bike and stuff. But we don't know everybody in the HOG chapter. It's 100 miles to the HOG chapter from us. So everybody was really nice, really welcoming. Several people at the bike night and stuff came up and recognized me from their channel and said hi. Met people from Wisconsin and Illinois and some people here in Missouri and stuff. We had a great time. I also got to meet Teddy Morris, the owner of Teddy Morris Renegade, also Grand Junction, 3 dealerships in Texas, and of course, Destination Daytona. And Teddy was a very humble, genuine guy. It was a great time to hang out and get to visit with him a little bit and stuff. So again, thank you guys for everything you did for us to allow us to come and, make content and be a part of the event. Well, y'all stay safe, keep on riding, and we'll see you in the next one.